Did you tell him it was violating the lease to do
Yes,
that?
because his
When?
response, right, the next day, I told him, you do have a lease. But then he says, no, you accepted the 30-day notice. Therefore, I'm not obligated to the 6-month lease.
Okay. Did you tell it to him in writing prior to his vacating the apartment?
No.
Mr. Hay, did Mr. Masters walk around in the nude during your time there?
Yes, absolutely. And I actually wanted to take a picture, but I didn't because it's privacy. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, thank you. We would not want to see those pictures. Okay, where was he doing that? In the house? In the backyard?
Multiple times, okay. The first
That's
time
wrong, Your Honor.
I'm not asking you right now, sir. Go ahead.
The first time, that's morning. I wake up, I open the door, and he's in the back porch and walking to backyard, totally naked. You know, staying here is visible. It's just the first time. And then in the kitchen, when he's cooking, naked, and even told me like, I gotta enjoy the weather in LA. So just sit naked on a chair at backyard. But I didn't told him at that moment, it's because I'm alone here and I don't want to fight. So he made a call to me and actually apologized for that. But even after that call, when I saw him, he just be like, no, wait a second. And he put the t-shirt, but still down there is no underwear. So I don't even understand what he's doing.
Just all made up?
No, Your Honor. Only one time I was out in the yard and that's it.
Oh, so there was one occasion? Just
outside in the yard, I was watering. I didn't expect him to be home. The other narratives he's offering you is not what happened.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and open this up to my colleagues.
Doesn't strike me as a guy who's just going to make up something about you walking around nude.
No.
Does he? I mean, does he make up other strange claims?
Well, he lied to me about the insole, that he didn't wash the shoes in the wash.
That's of a bird of a different feather here, right? Mr.
Well, the point is he's lying there. He's lying over here, too.
Now, I want to go back to the conversations that you had with Mr. Hay after he gave you his 30-day notice. He wants to know, since he will be leaving 9 days into the month, he wants to know how much he should pay you before he leaves. And you don't say, you can't leave this early. You have a 6-month lease. You actually say 17 days, $510. Thanks. Cheers.
I'm not going to stop him from leaving.
And it was only when you had to fork over the money for his security deposit that you then had the problem with him leaving early. That's what we're getting here.
My intention was, this is going to be the balance for now. And on your final expenses, your balance because you breached the lease that I relied on. Therefore, I would have to take him to court for that.
Why not just tell him then? That makes no sense.
I did tell him the next day.
Okay, so why didn't you say something about the 30-day written notice that he gave you? Because in the 30-day written notice that he gave you and you received on March 10th, it states in big black bold lettering, 30-day written notice to terminate month-to-month tenancy.
I overlooked that.
You overlooked it?
Yeah, he signed a 6-month lease.
You don't even know what he signed.
No. Yes, I do. What I have had in my head all this time is 6 months.
It doesn't matter what you know in your head. He doesn't know what's in your head.
Verbal agreements in California are binding.
Oh, so now it's verbal.
Excuse me, not if they contradict a written agreement with an integration clause.
So now you
know what any of that means?
No.
Okay. If you have a written agreement that has what's called an integration clause, which says this is the entirety of the agreement, it cannot be modified by an oral understanding, then an oral agreement to the contrary is not valid.
He knew it was 6 months.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
Yeah.
All right, the parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both.
Okay, we have deliberated and we have reached a unanimous verdict. What this case boiled down to was that lease. And that lease contained ambiguous language at best. And since you drafted a lease, as Judge Juarez pointed out, the contract is to be interpreted in the favor of Mr. Hay right here. We've talked about what he's suing for, which is treble damages. That's to potentially triple the damages to punish a landlord for failing to return the security deposit on time. And in this case, we happen to feel that he reached that hurdle by your conduct after he gave you the 30-day notice. You let him believe that there was nothing wrong until it came time for you to return his security deposit. So we believe that evinced bad faith on your behalf, and we're going to award him double the damages of the security deposit. So this verdict is in favor of the plaintiff for $2,000. Thank you.